Recently, I watched this new Michael Chandler interview that he did here, and there was some things that I didn't know about Michael Chandler and his wife. Specifically, those things I didn't know. That it was his wife's idea to adopt those kids. And Michael Chandler actually he wanted his own kids. I'm not speaking bad about the adoption process or anything like that, but it was quite revealing. The reason as to why he adopted those kids because of his wife. It was his wife's dream to adopt African children. It was his wife's dream, so it wasn't his dream. It was his wife's dream. And to me that was kind of interesting. It was enlightening. It revealed something about him that I didn't really know before. um I didn't know that. And he was talking as well about his wife, and he was talking about he had to really try hard to get his wife on board, to date him, basically, to be interested in him. And he was saying how his wife is an independent woman, and she's still independent. She's really into her medicine, and it kind of revealed something that I didn't really know before. And it's okay, it's okay, but it's just for me it was a negative. For me, the interview, the him talking like that and saying how he sort of was kind of pushed into adopting. It kind of wasn't what he wanted, really. I mean, he had to think about it. He had to go and think about it, and that was probably part of the deal of him dating his wife. Maybe that was part of the deal. But I still like the guy. I still like his fighting style. I still think he's gonna beat McGregor. But yeah, it was kind of interesting. It was kind of interesting. I didn't really expect. I didn't really expect that. It was yeah, it was kind of oh wow, is that real? Michael Chandler calls out Conor McGregor at Raw. I never knew about that. Wow. Um, yeah, that's is that actually real, or is that like some fake crap? Why would he be calling him out? Man, you see, this is what I was talking to you about the UFC being scripted. But yeah, like I say, it's kind of surprising. Let me see this. Michael Chandler's not who you think he is. His creepy answer for his adoption choice. Yeah, another thing I wanted to say. Um, Another thing I wanted to say is I kind of get mixed messages, mixed signals from Chandler himself. Like when he's talking and stuff, I kind of get mixed. And I get it. Like we all have secrets. We all have our own stories and stuff. And as Chandler was saying in the interview, we all have our own stories. And but it's kind of interesting to me, honestly. Like the whole thing, the adoption thing, and how it was his wife's idea. Um, yeah, it was kind of like, to me, I thought it was his idea. That was what I imagined. I imagined it to be Chandler's idea. Um, but yeah, the whole situation is kind of weird to me. It is kind of weird how she wanted African children. Um, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. I think she was, with her father, and Chandler, Chandler said she used to go to Africa, and she wanted to adopt an orphan, because they didn't have family and stuff. But yeah, to me, I you know find it weird. Oh, I do find it weird, but I also was kind of surprised how it wasn't Chandler's idea to do it. Chandler always imagined him to have his own child, to really, to create a child, and for her to give birth and everything. But she didn't have that idea. Um, yeah, it's kind of mixed messages there for me. It's kind of mixed messages there, but I like the guy. I like the guy nonetheless. But yeah, to me, it was kind of weird, and kind of the motive for it as well. Like, to me, I don't know how he actually sees it himself. Like, I was getting messages there where he's not as how do I say this? He's not as genuine as he appears to be. Like, it's not as important to him as it is to his wife. I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's not as important to him as they're not as important to him as he's saying they are. Um, that's my opinion. You can disagree with that, but to me, I sense that from him, that the kids are not that important to him because they're not his own kids. And yeah, he can say, oh, he's raising his kids and everything, but to me, it just comes across as though he's being a bit disingenuous, and he's being a bit, putting on a facade for his wife, basically. So yeah, that was kind of interesting to me to see that. So yeah.